Every government says the same thing. We need to lead the AI revolution. The United States is investing billions. Europe wants technological independence. The Middle East is building enormous AI campuses. And countries across Asia are racing to become the next AI hub. So here's the question. If everyone wants more artificial intelligence, why are some of those same governments suddenly slowing it down? Across the world, billion-dollar AI projects are being delayed, challenged, and in some cases, stopped before construction even begins. The surprising part isn't that people are protesting. It's what they're protesting because they're not protesting chatbots. They're not protesting robots. They're protesting the buildings that make AI possible. The AI revolution has quietly escaped the computer screen. It's arriving in neighborhoods, on farmland, next to power stations, and beside communities that suddenly find themselves living next to one of the most powerful industrial facilities ever built. For years, artificial intelligence felt almost weightless. You typed a question. An answer appeared. You generated an image. Seconds later, it was done. The cloud made AI feel invisible. But the cloud was never invisible. It was always physical. Hidden behind warehouses filled with thousands of processors, giant cooling systems, electrical substations, and enough infrastructure to power an entire digital economy. Now those buildings are getting bigger, much bigger. Some new AI campuses require so much electricity that utility companies have to expand transmission networks before construction can even begin. Others need hundreds of acres of land and years of planning before the first server is installed. And that's changing the conversation completely. The race for AI is no longer happening only between technology companies. It's happening between governments, utility providers, construction firms, and the communities expected to host this infrastructure. Every country wants the economic benefits, the investment, the jobs, the innovation. But increasingly, local communities are asking a different question. Who pays the cost of becoming an AI superpower? Because the future of artificial intelligence may not be decided only by the smartest algorithms. It may also be decided by whether the physical world is willing to make room for them. The backlash didn't begin in Silicon Valley. It began in places most people have never heard of. Small towns, farming communities, quiet suburbs, places that suddenly received an unexpected announcement. A massive AI data center was coming. At first, it sounded like good news. Billions in investment, new jobs, economic growth. Local leaders called it a once-in-a-generation opportunity. But then the questions started. How much electricity will it use? Where will that power come from? Will our utility bills rise? Will new transmission lines cut through our communities? And why does an AI company need hundreds of acres of land? This is the moment the AI revolution became personal. For the first time, ordinary communities weren't debating artificial intelligence as software. They were debating it as infrastructure. Governments quickly discovered a difficult reality. Winning the AI race requires building physical projects at extraordinary speed. But democracies don't build by speed alone. Projects face environmental reviews, public hearings, local opposition, legal challenges, and months, sometimes years, of negotiations before construction even begins. To technology companies, these delays can feel frustrating. To many residents, they're a necessary safeguard. Because once an AI campus is built, it can reshape a region for decades. The conflict isn't really about whether AI is good or bad. It's about who gets to decide where the future gets built. And that has created an uncomfortable contradiction. The same governments encouraging AI investment are increasingly being asked to slow it down. Not because they oppose innovation, but because the communities expected to host that innovation want a voice in the process. And this tension is spreading far beyond one country. From North America to Europe, the challenge is becoming remarkably similar. Everyone wants the benefits of AI. Very few agree on where the infrastructure should go, which raises an even bigger question. If every nation wants to become an AI superpower, what happens when nobody wants the data center next door? The most surprising part of this story is that nobody is actually trying to stop artificial intelligence. They're trying to decide where it belongs. Because every country understands what's at stake. AI promises new industries, higher productivity, scientific breakthroughs, and enormous economic growth. Falling behind is becoming increasingly difficult to accept. But leading the AI race comes with a price. Someone has to build the data centers. Someone has to expand the power grid. Someone has to approve the transmission lines. And someone has to live beside them. This is why governments are finding themselves caught between two promises they made to their citizens. Build the future. Protect the community. Increasingly, those promises collide. The debate isn't really about artificial intelligence. It's about infrastructure. Who gets the electricity? Who gets the land? Who decides what gets built? And how much should local communities be able to influence projects that governments consider nationally important? History shows that every industrial revolution eventually leaves the laboratory. Steam transformed cities. Electricity reshaped nations. The internet filled the world with fiber optic cables and data centers. Artificial intelligence is now entering that same phase. It is becoming physical. The countries that succeed won't simply have the smartest engineers. They'll have the ability to generate power, manufacture chips, build infrastructure, and earn public support at the same time. Because one missing piece can slow everything else. Perhaps that's the real AI race. Not algorithms versus algorithms, but infrastructure versus time. The future won't belong to the country with the loudest AI announcements. It may belong to the one that can build the physical foundation beneath them. If you enjoyed this documentary and want to understand the hidden forces shaping technology, business, and the global economy, subscribe to Future Capital. Because the biggest stories aren't always happening on our screens, they're happening beneath them.